Okay, what I think I'm gonna do is put my headphones in and listen back to Timmy and Soundly talk from a couple days ago, and I'm just gonna analyze whatever they're saying and present it to you guys, my opinions on what they're saying. It's all concerning that stupid little flat Earth documentary, concave Earth documentary, excuse me, that everybody's been watching, which I personally am not too hyped on. So Timmy started a show. Let's see what day it aired. March 29th. Starts off with Soundly coming in and they're talking about how they're bored of the flat Earth. But they're not. Now I know Dan Pratt has been super hyped on this new documentary. But like Dan Pratt has said himself, don't jump on the freshest, hottest thing every time, because it might be there to discredit us. You know, same as the jet fuel hoax, same as the no trees on the flat Earth. It's tough. It's like you don't want to just immediately take on whatever crap gets put out there and act like it's the be all end all. You want to look into it a little bit. I know a lot of haters out there would say that I've done exactly that, and a lot of people have done exactly that with flat Earth, but there's a lot more to be said about flat Earth than there is otherwise. Talking about their photography, I don't want to care about that crap. Okay. All right, so I guess Sally said he watched this documentary. Tim said there's a lot to talk about. Yeah. I don't know. Let's see what Sally thinks of it. Keep in mind, Sally has partial images that he relies on to prove his theory, his belief, his religious belief that the Earth is a globe. And so first thing they do is they claim here, Sally's claiming that Tim that this is a mockumentary. And watching that documentary myself, guys, follow that Lord Jesus is King. Yep, amen. Watching back, I did watch the documentary a little bit. I'm gonna watch it tonight with my woman. We're gonna actually sit through the whole thing. But I mean, I just wasn't impressed with it. And then I watched the Sly Sparkane video, even though that guy fucking sucks. Fucking Sly Sparkane fucking sucks. I watched a video with him debunking it, and he was saying a lot of the same things I was saying about the video. They're saying it's a lot of hype about these experiments. And then when it came to results, they didn't actually have any results. Yep, it's true. It's true. They just zapped a laser across some area, and they just made a claim. There's no way to prove that their measurements were actually accurate, or that their measurements actually went from the points that they said to the other point that they said. Yeah, and then they said that they spent 7 years on it, but flat Earth wasn't around that big 7 years ago. I don't know why these guys down in Brazil would be doing laser experiments and stuff before anyone even thought of flat Earth. And it's like they just skipped ahead like a year and a half into what the rest of us were at the time. And when Jaron and Bob finally decided to do a laser test, these guys were doing that 7 years ago supposedly. I don't know if I believe that. Why would someone just think of that right out of the gate? Unless they did this and then Jaron and Bob knew about it and stole this idea from them. And what good is flat Earth core now? What good is a field engineer core now that this documentary has come out? Like this documentary, these people did whatever Jaron and Bob were doing. They did it bigger and better, but they still don't have results, just like Jaron doesn't have results. Soundly sitting here talking about how the translation from Spanish to English might not have matched. Let's see. Let me see. Yeah, it's just a laid back Sunday, guys. I mean, usually I'd be working right now. Sunday is a big money day for me, but it's Easter. Everyone's at home with their families, getting cookouts, so there's no money to be made for me today. Mm. Yeah, at first I was mad when I listened to Timmy and Sally talk back about this. Just thinking about how they basically are full of shit a lot of times and just kind of make stuff up and just say the contrary to flat Earth. But in the end, it's like, are they right? Are they wrong? Am I right? Am I wrong? Is flat Earth right? Is flat Earth wrong? We just don't really know. And none of us are ever going to know 100%. So we just keep going around in circles forever and ever and ever. So is it a good thing that these people came out with this documentary to just keep the conversation alive? Or is it to be seen as a mockumentary? I mean, everybody fucking has mirrored this fucking video. Tim's making a good point. Who the fuck did pay for all this? I mean, Brazil's not really like the richest country in the world. I mean, I know the people there that do have money have lots of money, and the people that don't have money have no money. I know there's a massive disparity there. So who did pay for this? Who are these guys in Brazil that got all this funding? Hmm. Soundly saying that he thinks it's a parody because they've left Easter eggs throughout the documentary. To clue in on the idea that it's not 7 years old. And the whole thing about the laser tests, I mean, whose idea was that originally? I mean, I guess that's a generic idea that anyone could have thought up, but I don't know. We saw Jaren and the Glowbusters and them like come out with it, and it seemed like that's actually a smart idea at the time, like, oh, that's an idea. That's something that would definitely prove things because lasers aren't supposed to refract, or are they? I don't really know. I remember Matrix Decode and Ronnie from Awake Souls, or Ronnie from Event Skeptic, joined up at one point and did videos about lasers shooting through water, and the light was bending, but is air the same thing as water? I mean, I don't know. And then the whole thing about, the whole fact that this documentary is all convex, it won't say flat Earth, and it's anything but the globe, right? And I'm all for that because I know what the globe really is. The globe is really just, like I said before, it's just a one small part of the bigger conspiracy, which is the hidden gynocracy. And the globe represents the pregnant belly of Gaia with a virgin white vagina at the bottom that's heavily protected. And that's all the globe is. It's just an artistic impression of what the powers that be want us to worship. And it's worked really good so far. I mean, look at our society. Look at how feminism has taken over. Look at how everything's falling apart because of feminism. Because they want equality, but they only want it when it's convenient for them. A woman will cry for a modern Western woman will cry for equality when it comes to the pay gap, but then when it comes time to go out in the front yard, break out the gun, and shoot the robber, they don't want to do it. Nah, that's not necessarily true, but generally that's the gist of it, But we don't have to get into the evils of narcissistic female nature or the Western feminist mindset at this point. We don't have to get into that. Let's see though. I'm gonna join you guys I'm gonna join the call to myself here. I could get guests in here. I don't know. Maybe I should get guests in here. Maybe I'll send this link out actually. See if I can get Ed or somebody else in here. So bear with me, guys. I'm gonna copy this fucking link. I'm gonna go over here to my fucking Hangouts, Google Hangouts, and I'm gonna start spreading the love. get a guest in here. Maybe we could talk about this, talk about some other stuff. Let's see what Ed's up to. There it goes. Link sent to Ed. Let's see. I would send Twit with a link, but she'll probably end up giving it to Channel Q or something. Just kidding. Maybe I'll shoot John LeBon. Maybe I'll shoot it over to John LeBon too. Yeah, maybe not. Just hanging out, taking it real fucking easy on a lazy Sunday, guys. Sorry if this bores the shit out of you. Just going live just for fun. Okay, send Ed a link. We'll see if he shows up. He probably won't show up. It's all good though. And now Soundly's talking about the fact that this documentary was really just a wrap up of everything we've seen of Flat Earth before, which I agree. And he's saying, why would you present all the memes that do have all those problems I already have in a video and put it all packaged together? It's just reinforcement of the religious faith, the religious belief of Flat Earth. But the thing is, using science to prove Flat Earth, it's fucking pointless. Flat Earth is about faith, and that's why I'm a Flat Earth conservative. It's about faith. Faith is next level belief. A lot of people on these talks out here, they conflate the two. They conflate faith and belief. Well, they are the same thing, but it's just that faith is belief on steroids, okay? It's true belief, regardless of what other people say are facts that disprove your faith, okay? Faith is bigger than that. Faith is bigger than, pseudoscience. And to use, lasers and all this stuff, it's just pointless. I mean, it's not what Flat Earth is really, really all about. I know people want to say, oh no, you got to use science, otherwise you're just a faith-filled dogmatist, just like the other side. What better is that? Well, how much more virtuous do you think you can be when the only things you're presenting, okay, the only things you're fucking presenting are faith-based things anyways? See, Soundly's got his shit all wrong. Soundly fucking uses partial fucking images of the Earth, and he claims that explains that the entire Earth is a sphere, when he only does a tiny little portion of photography. And then he sits there and acts like we're so dumb, Flat Earthers are so dumb, when right on the face of his entire theory, his entire logic, the foundation of his entire existence on YouTube is a fucking lie. It's a fucking lie because it's a partial fucking image. So I mean, I don't even know how people even take Soundly seriously at all. I mean, he's immediately disqualified from the entire fucking debate. Immediately. Soundly's fucking pointless. All right, guys, let's see what goes on. I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be back in a few. All right, we're back. Okay. So now I'm listening to Tim. And, excuse me, Tim and Soundly talk about how, there's different classes of Flat Earthers. And it's true. It's true. That's why I'm a Flat Earth conservative. Because there are people out there that have made a business out of this and they just keep repeating the same shit over and over. It's not about truth. It's about just being popular on the idea that the Earth is flat. I mean, that's how they have 100,000 subscribers, 25,000, 30,000 subscribers, because they just keep talking about this over and over. They're not worried about expanding into other areas. They're too scared to talk about how it integrates into the global democracy. They're just too scared to do it. I mean, and then you got the next level people like, Antonio and maybe even Dell, where it's about, basically getting attention, for this. I guess I'm trying to get a little bit of attention, but I mean, I'm never going to get the kind of attention that those guys get. And it's probably a good thing because I don't think I'd be able to handle that kind of pressure. I don't think I'd be able to live up to those expectations. Because I guess what Tim would categorize me as is one of the true believers, one of the people at the bottom. who have too much time on their hand, but I really don't have too much time on my hand, except for today. I do have some extra time on my hands. So I'm going to do this. It's just more content for the channel. Sorry if this is going to bore you guys, but I'm just reviewing a conversation I heard between two globe proponents. We got Tim talking about those of us who want to get more people on board. I don't even know if I want to get more people on board. What's up, Shroomy? Let's do the first 5 in live. Let's just do it. In at number 1, Flat Owl. In at number 2, Synonym. In at number 3, Twitwit. And she says that she's last. Haha, April Fool's. She's first as usual. In at number 4 would be Jed Skeptic Media. And in at number 5 would be Dan W. We've also, we got Follow the Lord. We got OJ McBaggins with a whole bunch of titty sprinkles. And we got Lori Gale. And they're talking about alcohol they've consumed. And fake accounts. Jed Skeptic, did you have a good Easter, BB? Not really celebrating Easter. I actually tried to go to work, but because of the fact that it is Easter. Nathan Oakley joins us and says, hey, you just got a shout out on Easter show. True. Did I have a good Easter, BB? Asks Jed Skeptic Media. I mean, I'll keep playing this video on my earphone. I'm listening to that while I'm talking to you guys. Tom Fuller has joined us. Wow. Yeah, I'm not really celebrating Easter, and I'm not really even sure if Easter is something that needs to be celebrated. I think it's a pagan holiday. I think it's a fertility holiday. I used to get it twisted and think that Jesus, and I even made a whole video about it, but I've taken that video down called Hijacking the Creator. And my whole theory in that video was that, Jesus was just basically a pagan thing. And that he represented the fertility sorcery of April, which is another video I had. But after a while, I realized that Jesus doesn't have to be integrated with those two things. That's what the Catholic Church has taken. That's what the Orthodox churches have taken Jesus and turned him into. They've taken Jesus and they've tied him into other pagan holidays. Because April 1st basically is the start of the new year, start of the new pagan year, because it's the beginning of the spring, or right around this time of year is the beginning of the new pagan year because it's spring, and I guess winter ends the year in the pagan tradition. I'm not really exactly sure on how we've moved the beginning of the year into the middle of the winter in our current calendars, and I know there's plenty of people out there that do have the answers to that. I know Jed is one of the people that probably has the answer to that. Oh, Ed, I sent you a link, man, if you want to hop on. I'd love to have a guest, man. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to sit here and review this conversation between Timmy and Soundly, which is really not all that exciting. They made some good points, but they also made some real stupid points. But I love Timmy. I love Timmy so much, He's a badass dude. I'm never going to disrespect Timmy. I'm never going to say that he's an idiot or anything like that, because he's not. Timmy's a badass dude. It's just that he really is full of hatred for Flat Earth, I don't know if it's Tim's hatred for people that think outside the box, it's his hatred of anti-conformity, or if it's just his judgment, saying that people shouldn't be so anti-conformist when in reality they're really not, I don't know. Timmy's a very interesting dude, you can't sit there and hate on him. I mean, he's raised some really good points over the years. He's also been horribly, atrociously wrong, and he's stuck to his guns, even though the objects in the sky might not even be objects at all. They might be intangible. They used to try to harp on that argument a lot, but they never really defeated it. Tim never really defeated that argument. He just harps on it and makes fun of it. He kind of has to concede to that argument, and that's a big part. That argument is a big part of the faith that it takes to be flat Earth, BB, you are correct with the pagan connection to spring with Easter. Yeah, that's what Jed says. Yeah, it's like, the spring bunny, the fertility of the bunnies, Easter, the rebirth, fertility. Okay, Ed can't join. He's working, but he's listening. That's cool. Tomfoolery. The school district here has still. All right, let's do that over. Tomfoolery says the school district here up in Canada still has kids dancing around a fucking maypole. I mean, wow, that's crazy. I did an elaborate video, not elaborate, but I did a video where I took a slice of my live stream from I don't even know when, and I edited down the talk. I was talking about the paganism of the WWE and the Undertaker and the Rebirth and the Goat and Antichrist and Pan and April and Easter and the fact that WrestleMania, their biggest event, is always in the beginning of the pagan New Year, which is right about now. WrestleMania 34 is coming up in just a couple days. Jed Skeptic says it's why Easter isn't a set date. It's the first Sunday after the equinox. Exactly. So it's all about sun god rising, right? And falsely equating Jesus, the Savior, who's God in the flesh, to the sun god, the false god, a Roman pagan god, and equating the two and tying them in with fertility. But, Jesus wasn't about fertility. He might have been about eternal life, but he wasn't about fertility in the material world. He didn't have any kids, And later on in this talk between, Tim and Soundly, they go on about how, why would the Creator only create Earth? Well, in the Bible, it says that God only created Earth. It doesn't talk about God creating multiple worlds. So, I don't know if Tim and them realize that fact, but yeah, that's the reality of that. Super lazy Sunday, guys. I'm just chilling. I'm not even showing my face. Tomfoolery. Why is paganism bad? Because paganism is the worship of the material world. Paganism is worship of things, physically tangible things. Okay, God is outside of what we consider the tangible realm. Jed says it's not. Well, it is, because you're worshiping like trees. You're worshiping, the sun, the moon, the earth, Gaia, shit like that. And when you start worshiping those things, all you're really doing is worshiping the GPV, because it's stuff that's in the material, maternal, physical, female, feminine, maternal, material world. It's atheistic materialism, and that's all maternal. That's definitely not the worship of God, who transcends time and space and is outside of all this, who created us and put us in this realm, put us in this state where we have to experience the physical material world. Fraser Risk says Happy New Year. Yeah. For all those people that are, separated from the true Creator, yeah, I guess. All my usuals just chilling in here. Dan W says Easter, spring chickens, we are reborn. I don't know. I think you can be reborn in Christ any day of the year, any time on the clock, any day of the year. I don't think it has anything to do with Easter. Jed Skeptic says, have you heard of Cybele, BB, Phrygian mother goddess? And Dan, I haven't. I'm sure I might have. Cybele. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who the pagan mother goddess is, though. It's all just not God, not the real God. It's just worshiping material things. It's like Marmar Queen shit. Muff Queef shit, you know what I'm saying? Fucking Flat Earth Paradise shit, where they fucking hug trees. Shit like that. When you shouldn't even be worried about anything in this fucking world. Dan W says he's reborn shining bright like Jesus. I hope not because of Easter. I hope just because of Jesus, not because of Easter. Lori wants to know where OJ McBaggins is, and he says that he asks her that a lot, and if she has a fake account, and that they had that conversation last week. Then he says he's in Philly. NW resurrection. Anyone believe in that? I believe in that. It all makes perfect sense when you hear the story of Jesus. Jesus comes to the earth and he says, listen, people, I'm God, but I'm in the flesh. I am the Creator. I am the Father. Okay? You can't get to the Father but through me, which means the flesh. Okay? So we have to go through this test. We have to admit to ourselves that God did come in the flesh, and in the flesh you can live a perfect life. Okay, you're probably not going to. Well, you're really not going to, and that's why Jesus came here, to pay for the fact that you are going to fall short. And then Jesus died. Take that punishment, take that off of our shoulders, and took it back to the Father himself in heaven, and paid that price for us while we live in this shitty, fucked up, material, maternal, fucking, gynocratic, fucking, Gaia-worshipping fucking world. Because we're always going to fall short. We're in the flesh. And Jesus was here to show that, if you try hard enough, it could possibly be done. But if not, just accept that he is God, and he'll take that weight off your shoulders, because you're probably going to fail. I mean, it's almost a guarantee that you're going to fail in the flesh. And that's what Jesus is all about. It's very, very simple. People try to get all twisted, and they say Jesus is the Antichrist, Jesus is Satan. Believe in the Old Testament. And then I hear Dan Pratt talking about how in the Old Testament there's a separation between God, and the Lord God. And I've heard a little bit on that before. I need to go and do a little bit of research on that. And reread through those parts of the Bible, because I always notice those same things that he's noticing too. I wonder if he thought of that on his own, or if it came, if someone enlightened him on that, or if he just observed it on his own. I'm very curious about that. I'd love to hear his take on it, but unfortunately, I don't think I'll ever be able to get Dan Pratt live as a guest. He was on here as a guest one time before, shortly, when I had Jeff Stewart on. He was on for a very short segment. I'm not even sure if I kept it in. I might have even edited it out, but I'm not sure. He didn't really say much, because at the time I was defending my I don't even know if you call it a friendship or whatever, but the fact that I had given up attacking Patricia Steer so much. It's like, I'll just let it go. It's not going to take me anywhere. I'm just going to look like a chump who's just obsessed with some person. The more I keep attacking them, and they're not going anywhere, make myself look like a fool. And I guess Dan was totally down with me at the time, like he always has been, except that he just probably was upset with the fact that I was not necessarily defending Patricia and them, but just, whatever was going on at the time. And so he had something to say, and he made fun of the conference or something like that. And I just kind of didn't have a comment on that. And it didn't really work out all that well. I mean, he was great on here. There was nothing bad happened. It was just unfortunate that we couldn't branch off into other subjects, and because at the time there wasn't really much going on. It was just basically let's all smash Patricia, let's all trash Patricia, kind of thing going on. All right, let's see what Tom Fuller has to say. Dan W says, edit Dan Pratt out. LOL. Ha ha ha. No, I mean, if I did edit him out of that, it was only because his voice was unclear and there was static over it, or it didn't really work with what was going on. But I don't think I did. I think I left it in. It's just that he wasn't. I failed to provide a platform for him to really shine. I'm not blaming Dan Pratt for anything. If anything, it was my fault as a host, because Dan kind of showed up unexpectedly, and I wasn't really prepared for it. If I had been prepared for it, it would have been the best episode of any Flat Earth live stream ever, to have Validation Boy and Dan Pratt talking together about things. But it wasn't. It just didn't work out, and it's pretty much my fault. I mean, all right, let's see what Tom Fuller has to say. I think the conspiracy world is too down on money and material things. I mean, it shouldn't be your goal in life to acquire things, but money can help you help others. Yeah, but the thing is, Tom Fuller, a lot of people use their money. They don't fucking help others with it. I mean, they really don't. Because this is a dog-eat-dog world, and the fucking system is against all of us. So we all have to kind of take what we get and keep it for ourselves, It's kind of like a security thing. It's scary. It's sad, but that's what the system has done to us. That's the way they designed this fucking system. It's made us where we have to be suspicious of each other. We have to be selfish and shit just to survive, just to have comfort, Otherwise, we put ourselves out on the street trying to help others too much. And then what good is that, Because usually the people that you help out, why did you need to help them out in the first place? There's probably a reason. It's probably because they're a fuck up in some way, shape, or form. A lot of times. Not always their fault. A lot of times people that need help, they put themselves in that situation and shouldn't necessarily help them. You can put yourself out on the damn street if you do. I'm not saying that applies across the board, but more than often than not, that's usually what the case is, Tom Fuller says, I think they want us to fear money and wealth and living well. They want us to feel guilty for being wealthy. Oh, that's an interesting point too. But then again, do they really? Because like, look at all the people that aspire to get wealth, and then they just get encouraged and validated through that. I mean, it ain't like the people down at the Home Depot are trashing the rich people who want to buy $15,000 worth of new tiles for their kitchens and bathrooms. They're definitely not shaming those people. Those people are definitely getting the VIP treatment. And money talks. You're right. Jed Skeptic says research Seibel, and Addis to see a parallel with the resurrection and Jesus. Yeah, I know. But when did these stories come about? It's all so unclear. But the idea that Jesus is God in the flesh, it all makes perfect sense to me. It all makes perfect sense to me because there has to be a creator. We were created. Even Soundly admits it. Even Timmy admits it. There is a creator. Otherwise, what created the Big Bang? And then I heard, I don't know, I guess it was Cathexis on Issa last night. Talk about the Big Bang, or somebody, they were talking about how the Big Bang came about in the 1930s, that terminology, and that somebody dubbed some guy's theory the Big Bang as a pejorative. And yeah, I guess if you want to be pejorative towards the concept that there has to be an exterior force, aka God, the creator, who set the material plane of physical existence into motion, with time and everything. Damn W. Tom Fuller says, nobody ever says happily rich. It's always filthy rich. Interesting point. Well, because money can't buy you love. Money can't buy you happiness, they say, right? And money is just an extension of the material world. It all goes back to the GPV. The only reason men even try to acquire as much money as they do is just to flex, so they can get more or higher quality GPV. That's all it is. Everything comes back to the GPV, except for the creator. It's the only thing higher than the GPV. Is the thing that destroys the GPV, the mythology of its greatness, which is God, the creator. There would be no GPV without God creating it. Synonym says, a Jesuit invented the bullshit theory of the Big Bang intentionally as a psyop. Tom Fuller says, you can go to the opposite extreme and look at these monks who have nothing, walking around begging. Where is the balance? I guess we're the balance, right? We're the balance here in the West, even though it's like a decadent, twisted, radioactive balance. We're right in the middle. We have enough, but we have just enough to keep us going as slaves and to keep us wanting more, so that we keep slaving. It all goes back to money. But what does the money go back to? It goes back to the GPV. So we're really all just slaves for a big stinky vagina that floats around in the air somewhere in this world. A big ghastly gash, ghostly gash, perpetual gash that controls our fucking existence. Dan W says, what's the TV static? Is that the remnants from the Big Bang or just background radiation? Tom Fuller says, middle class is the balance. You can't be wealthy and spiritual. Tom Fuller, man, you want to come on as a guest, bro? Please, come on as a guest. This will be great. We can have a great conversation, man. I've always wanted you as a guest, but you never come in. And I'd love to have Tom Fuller. Tom Fuller would be a fucking highly fucking honored guest, man. It would be like my privilege to have Tom Fuller in here. I'd love to hear what he has to say about all kinds of things, man. I wish Tom Fuller would come in here. I guess people don't want to talk to VB. People, I don't know if they're scared of me or just, I know you don't think I'm a waste of time. You guys obviously listen to me. You want to hear what I have to say. Tom Fuller says, I know we are, but I'm a bit busy. So busy that you're watching Validation Boy live stream on a Sunday afternoon on Easter with nothing going on. See, Dan W says, get in there, Tom Foolery. I mean, come on, Tom Foolery. I'd like to be ready, or I get too nervous. Be ready about what, man? You're on here with VB. We could just talk, man. We just talk, man. I know I'm scary, though. I know people are scared of me. They're scared that I'm going to just, like, flip and turn on them and out of nowhere, Which is true. I have done that to people. I have done that in the past, and I understand. I understand. But when we're talking about things, it's the way it goes. There has to be a conversation to be had. Non-schooling says you are a mean guy. Yeah, that's so what? Jed explained it well when he was on with you. I get the same way. That's what Tom Foley says. Eugene 12, what do you think of the Convex Earth documentary? Oh, I started this whole show talking about that specifically. So, and then I'm gonna watch that documentary in detail tonight, and I'm honestly, guys, because of the fact that I'm a flat Earth dogmatist and I don't need science to justify my faith in the Creator and my faith that this Earth is flat. I'm going to try to poke as many holes in the thing as possible, and I'm sure Jed and Timmy and all these guys would be very proud of me for doing that, as opposed to me just going in and being like, oh yeah, this is all true, and fucking supporting it blindly like a little cuck boy. I'm not gonna fucking do that. There's a lot of fucking holes right on the face of this fucking Convex Earth documentary that I can see just from looking at it, And Slice Arcane has come out with a video, even though the guy's a total fucking fucktard, he has come out with a video that explains a lot of the things, a lot of the same sentiments I felt when I watched the video. And then we got Timmy and Soundly talking about it for an hour and a half on this, which I tried to work my way through, but I don't even know if I'm going to go back to that. Jed says, I'm not even going to watch that documentary. Yeah, I mean, if you do watch it, you can literally hit that skip button like most of the way through it, and you'll see it's just a repackaging of all the same crap that Jaron tried to push on everybody, science crap, which is just pointless, because we don't know. We don't have the proper equipment to do any authentic, true, real science in this field. All we have is our limited cameras, our limited eyesight. We don't go high up enough. No one's ever provided a picture of the entire globe in its entirety. So the whole thing really just comes down to faith, and that's why I'm a flat Earth dogmatist, and that's why I believe that the system is here to fuck us, and that's why the Earth is probably flat, and they're probably lying to us about it. Tom Fuller, have any of you ever thought about starting a nonprofit church? Tom Fuller says, it seems they have given us all the tools to be wealthy and keep most of our money, but most of us have been trained to just go out and get a, hourly job. Plutonic, you're not a pro-spiricist? They're lying about something for sure. That's what Dan W says. Yeah, I know they are. They're always fucking lying, bro. And why not lie about the shape of the fucking Earth? Tom Fuller says, the church owns the land. You run it, so the church buys your house and pays for the things you need to live. I mean, yeah, but do I really want the government giving me handouts off their fucking blood money from their Israeli fucking, exploits to pay for me to live like a leeching bum who doesn't work for my own shit? You know what I'm saying? I mean, proselytizing the Creator is not really work. It's more just a duty, The Church of BB sounds pretty good. Says Tom Fuller. Yeah, and then John LeBon came out with a video, I guess a week ago. It's like a 5-minute video where he's talking to some guy, and he raises the point that I've tried to raise before too. When I went on his show and said that we're all energy vampires. The idea that people get out here on YouTube and they're spreading this truth, just to help others and shit. I've said that myself. About how I'm trying to help people, which, at times it's really true. I am out here and I'm just like proselytizing what I think is the truth. And it's the thing is that I don't expect everyone in the world to hear it. It's kind of like, if you dare come in here, this is what you get, kind of a thing. It's not like I'm Antonio Superats and I'm going to try to network and make a name for myself and be a big face out there that, wants to get famous from it and go down in history as the guy, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not. I don't give a fuck about those kinds of things. That's a materialistic narcissism. That's selfishness and shit. But the thing is, John LeBon raised the point that people don't really do this for the good of others, or they claim that they do, but they're not necessarily, or it's not necessarily true. And that they're doing it for themselves. But there's nothing wrong with that. excuse me, guys, there's nothing wrong with that because it is a lot of fun and it is a way to expand your own consciousness, you know? Tom Fuller says, I think you're getting me wrong, VB. Say I wanted to start a landscaping company. Maybe the church starts it. I work for it. They get the 014 money, but pay for my lifestyle. I mean, I guess, but then you're kind of tricking the system. You're kind of lying to the system. A lot of Canadians, you know, I know you guys got a little bit more of a socialist state up there. I mean, I know it's not as bad as the UK, but yeah. See, so like in the UK, I've been watching like right. Okay, so there's Martin Lee Key, there's Antonio, there's Flatty McFlatface, who I love. Um, there's channels, guys. There's just people out there that don't seem to really work in the UK. And then Flatty McFlatface said that he quit his job and that he's just not going to go out and get a minimum wage job. He's just going to kind of chill. And I'm thinking to myself, damn, it must be fucking nice, man. It must be nice for you guys to choose, you know, I don't feel like working now. And I'm just going to have the government fucking pay for my fucking bills and shit and live on the dole. I mean, that's insane, man. You know, you can get that in America, but I mean, you got to jump through a lot of fucking hoops to do it. I mean, I couldn't stand myself. I couldn't look at myself in the mirror as a man and say, oh yeah, I'm just going to chill and let Big Daddy, fucking Big Brother, Big Mommy government pay for my fucking toilet paper while I sit here and eat food and wipe my ass on the government fucking money. And I'm really just taking money from other people who are working and shit. Or is it really just all the queen's billions and billions and trillions of dollars and she just basically is handing it out to the people that, you know, out of guilt because she's enslaved them? I don't really know where the money really comes from so that British people can just chill out on the dole for years at a time and just decide they don't want to work and shit. But wow, must be nice and shit. Toxic lucidity, validation boy, talking about expanding consciousness. Have you ever smoked DMT? No, I'm not really interested in that. Tom Fuller says, sometimes you need your toe in the matrix. Yeah, I know. I mean, none of us can be an island and be fully independent from the fucking system or we'd fucking die, you know. A lot of us, we're not survivalists, you know, who live in the fucking woods and create everything for ourselves. I know Tom Fuller is well on the way to that. He has his own land, he has his own food production out there. He's a badass dude, fucking makes his own shit. But even he is saying, you know, sometimes you need to keep your toe in the matrix. I know, you know, social security and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Lori Gale says, I noticed that too, VB. About people not working. We can't do that as easy here. That's for damn sure. Plutonic says, it's communism. Yeah, I know. It's scary. It's like the communists and the fascists back in World War II. They really won. They won that war. They took over. I mean, look at fucking America. It's a big fucking welfare state with fucking immigrants pouring in. And then like multiply that times 1,000 and then you get UK. What they're like 1,000 times worse than what the United States is. So really the fascists fucking won and shit, you know? Delinquency Weird again says, Martin is an out-of-work actor. Martin's a great guy, guys. He's a great guy. I'm not trashing him for not working. It's just I personally wouldn't be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? Dan W says, I work for my sins. Toxic Lucidity says, UK here. Yeah. So what's up with the UK? I mean, are you guys allowed? I'm going to ask this of Toxic Lucidity and of, I guess, Dan W possibly. Or Plutonic. What's the deal? Are you guys really just able to just, you know, throw your hands up and say, I quit. I'm not going to work. Pay my bills. And the government just fucking pays your shit for you? Is it that fucking easy? I mean, to just be a bum on a dole? Dan W, only UK flat earther that works. Even Matt Powerland works painting floors. Plutonic says it's cuckery. Tom Fuller says, I don't want any government help. I'm not talking about handouts, just keeping what you earn and not paying tax. Okay. Plutonic says, I live in Florida, bro. So do I. Okay, I wasn't sure. If you were British or not. Toxic lucidity. Life is too expensive here. Okay, over in the UK. But whose fault is that? You know, whose fault is that? Dan W says, Cat Earth, former flat earther, works his own business. Okay, see. We have questions. Says, the eating of one's own jizz is trending in certain quarters now. LOL. Oh, man. At least in London, you would tolerate it if you were brought up living under low standards. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're conditioned to think that you need handouts and big mommy government and GPV is going to come along and fucking dole out your shit, I guess that's what you're conditioned to and that's what you're going to accept. But I mean, like, wow, the picture is bigger. I'm surprised the UK haven't rebelled. I mean, like, it looks like their military and their Queen's Guard and all that, are probably big fucking pussies compared to like what we have in Israel and what we have in America and in Canada, where the police are like, actually tough dudes and shit, tough women even. But I think you guys could take over. I think you guys could smash that fucking empire, that castle. You guys could take over that parliament. I mean, with ease. It looks like to me. I guess the people of the UK are just conditioned, Dan W says they give you bring it, but it's only for like 6 months or so before they cut off your payments, unless you have some medical condition. The problem is some people know how to work the system. Yeah, medical condition. Oh, I got this sciatic nerve. Oh, I got this blood clots in my leg. Oh, I can't do anything. Fucking pussies. Jed Skeptic says if you lose your job, you get job seekers allowance till you get a job. If you're disabled, you get disability money. Job seekers allowance? Wow. Must be nice. Wow, Jed says if you're a junkie, okay, if you've taken it to the next level and you want to fucking destroy your own body like a fucking pig, if you're a junkie, you get everything, including free methadone and free rent. Wow, that makes perfect fucking sense. I believe it. I mean, it's horrible, but it does actually make sense that they would do something like that. Total fucking dull fuckery. And, they're the ones that brought the fucking heroin into the country and shit, In fact, that movie Trainspotting, almost in a weird, twisted way, it's almost like an ad for becoming a heroin junkie. Because you get all the attention and you get people feeling sorry for you and you get to have drama in your life and shit, It's like those anti-smoking ads. They're really just selling cigarettes because it's risque. It makes you, it's a taboo. It's something that's so out there. I better actually try it because why are people doing it unless it is actually fun? Yeah, and then you fucking start smoking cigarettes when you're a kid. Delinquency weird again. Says, have lots of kids and claim disability. Being a black drug addict helps too. Yeah, I believe it. Oh yeah, you didn't even know about in the United States, man. In the United States, if you're Hispanic, Puerto Rican, especially, you basically get a free fucking ride just for coming into this country. They just fucking hand you everything. They don't expect you to work. They don't expect nothing from you. And the more kids you have, the better off you are. It's just more and more and more fucking handouts. And you get $200 a month per kid on your fucking food stamps. So you got 5 kids, that's $1,000 in fucking food stamps. So what do? You're not going to eat that much food. You take that food, you buy it all, and you start selling it to your fucking other friends for, you guessed it, heroin and crack. And that's what they fucking do. And they sit there all fucking day. And then the minute the fucking government calls them in to assess the situation, why haven't you worked? They pull some bullshit. They play a race card. They try to act like they can't speak English. They make it real fucking hard for everybody. So what do you need? You need translators who do speak English and Spanish. And what? Oh, of course they're going to fucking stick up for their buddies. Of course they're going to stick up for their people and continue to rape the system and continue to take all the taxes that have been worked for by all the blacks and all the whites and all the Native Americans and all the Indians, all the fucking Asians and Mexicans that were already here working. But that's another story. Dan W. Sounds good, Jed. Give me free rent and free fucking drugs. Exactly. Jed Skeptic says, Dan W. says, yeah, I'm looking for a job. Hashtag not really give me free money. Yeah, I know. It's a ball ache signing on every few weeks, though, to go in and speak to the people. Yeah, I know. Some people are better off on the dole, says Jet Skeptic, because they get free rent, have 10 kids, and get more than someone who works by the time they pay their bills. Yeah, they're better off on it, but is that really the right thing to do? Just taking your fucking self-centered fucking human comfort over other people and shit and just getting free money to just be a fucking bum and shit? I mean, God. Tom Fuller, all that is true, Jed. Here in Canada, free methadone, etc. I mean, free methadone. Methadone makes you into a big fat pig. I guess a lot of people don't realize that makes you into a huge fat ass and shit. Because of what it does to your body, Tom Fuller, lots of handouts here if you're lazy, yeah. Not much if you do actually work, yeah. Sonic says, once again, communism. Dan W, just get a book of diseases or phobias. Phobias, wow. And pick the one, tell the job seekers, that's what you got. Tom Fuller says, I'm used to paying $600 or $700 in tax on a $2,400 payday. That's a quarter of the fucking pay. It's not worth it to make good money. I mean, That's true too, right? It's all communism up there. So the more money you make, the more you're just giving them anyways, and then they just give you back shit in the dole. But how valuable is the shit they give back to you on the dole? You know, how valuable are those benefits? I hear those benefits suck. You know, delinquency weird again says Canada has the same loopholes as the UK. Queen ruled. Exactly. Communism is the redistribution of wealth. Yep. Lord Gale, they have more. Get free food and rent and insurance. And Jed says, "I, Lord, yeah." And she says, "Like Brian." Oh yeah, we know who she's talking about. Oh God, that fucking fuck. Oh man. Dan Pratt came out with a video saying, "I know you all ain't gonna like this, but I support Validation Boy and what he's saying about the fucking gynocracy." And then Brian has to get on this fucking shit and make a fuckload of comments about how only good thing Validation Boy ever did was make a song about IPS. Everything else he's ever said is total fucking garbage. Even though he knows that's not fucking true at all. At all. That motherfucker agrees with like 98% of everything I've ever fucking said. And he fucking knows it. Half of his shit even comes directly from my mouth. Okay, so he's a big fucking hypocrite that's full of shit. Enough about that fucking guy. The NW, seriously though, you can have a better lifestyle if you work and better yourself, have vacations, etc., pay into a pension. Yeah. Reminds me of fucking Lucy Lemon. She bitch is always talking about fucking work is slavery. But then she fucking takes her happy ass and goes to fucking flat earth meetup after flat earth meetup, all driving, hundreds of miles into other states and other counties and shit to go do these things. Sometimes flying on airplanes. Well, you work, you got that money for working, and you use that money to do those fun things. So it's not really slavery now, is it, Lucy? No, it's not. You're dumb. Basically, what Lucy Lemons wants to do is sit on her ass and have a man pay for everything under the guise of it's the right thing to do, and it's, quote, traditionalism. But it's not traditionalism. It's not. It's a molested, raped, twisted variation of real traditionalism. Because real traditionalism, yeah, the woman does stay home, but the woman has to do a whole lot of fucking work and put in a whole lot of effort to prove that she's worth being part of that 50-50 symbiotic relationship. Okay? That's what real traditionalism is. And that is fucking long dead. That shit's long fucking dead. There might be isolated incidents of it now that exist in the world. And I'm sure maybe a couple people here listening might even actually be those examples. But on the whole, on the most part, real authentic traditionalism is dead. And that's because so many women have been put into the job force that's taken all the men who are not necessarily the head of the class guys, and bumped them out of the way and left them to have the lower end jobs that the women are now taking. Well, all them good jobs should have went to all these men. And then all these men could have fucking provided for their fucking families better because they're the ones having the good jobs, okay? And let the women have the lesser jobs if they really need them that bad, okay? But the men should be the ones with all the good jobs so that we can be the fucking breadwinner and the protector, provider, and all that cuck-ass shit that we're expected to be with traditionalism, okay? And I'm sure, I actually, if that was the way things were, I guess I'd be happy in that role. Fuck it. But those opportunities they're no longer available. Those opportunities are no longer available for the common man. You know what I'm saying? And Jed says, I smoke about 50 pounds a week in just cigarettes. Damn, Jed, cut back. Oh, man. Then W, get roll-ups, Jed, and make them real thin. Yeah. Well, the thing is, the traditionalism is dead. There's not any opportunities for that. And because women have taken over all them jobs, it's just ridiculous. And then those same women, then they want time off so they can have their kids so that the man can provide and pay for them, and so they can sit on their ass and watch Oprah and eat ho-hos, essentially, while they're pregnant and when they birth a child and shit. But the thing is that then they bitch about equal pay. Well, equal pay for equal work. If you're going to be gone 9 months or 6 months because of your baby or whatever the fuck, then that's not equal work now, is it? No, it's not. So guess what? You don't get the fucking equal pay. You don't get the fucking equal benefits. If you're going to go have a baby, there should be a man involved. Well, there had to have been a man involved in the first place to inseminate you, unless you fucking, got an artificial insemination. That's a whole different topic. But, if a man got you pregnant, well, then you should be responsible enough to have that man stick around and be the provider to raise that fucking child. And if you're one of these cunts out there that just decides you want to get a kid and not have the man around, then you're doing that specifically so that the government can pay your fucking bills. And that makes you a fucking parasite. End of story. A fucking demonic parasite, and you should be ashamed of yourself. And single mothers need to stay fucking single. You men need to stop fucking encouraging this bullshit. What man wants to cuck out and take over for another man's fucking child in a used up GPV? Who the fuck wants any part of that? What man in his right mind wants any fucking part of that? Okay? I know the area gets gray because then, you know, some guys, they get with a bitch who already has kids and then they put their own kids up in that fucking GPV. You know, and then it becomes a big gray area, but that's really just the way that they've tricked themselves, and they really should never have done that. You should let them single mothers stay single. Do not reward them for being fucking demonic parasites that are out there to fucking get theirs and shit and have a kid and not have a man around. What kind of a woman wants a child where there's no man in his life? What kind of a selfish fucking cunt wants to do that to a fucking child? And trust me, there are millions of them that want exactly that. I'm going to take a quick break. All right, we are back. And yeah, it's for real. Like I was saying before, this is a war that needs to be waged, a whole new fucking war, you know, and it's a one man at a time kind of war, one person at a time. I know women aren't going to fight this war. On men's side, that's for damn sure. But it all comes down to female privilege. You know, Dan W made a great point earlier in this chat. You know, as far as single mothers, you know, if a woman can't keep a man around, then the real father around, then what good are you gonna be? You know, the cuck that you are. What good are you gonna fucking be to her? You're gonna be nothing. You're always gonna be second best, third best, behind all the babies and her, and then you're last in line always. But you're expected to do all the fucking work and provide everything. Okay, usually that's how it fucking goes. Okay, so if you want to put yourself in that position, go right ahead, guys. I'm warning you though, that's an early fucking grave, and that's a waste of a fucking life. That's a waste of a consciousness to just be some fucking parasite's fucking servant and shit that you got manipulated into being. You know what I'm saying? And you know, because women are supposed to be the gentle, caring fucking gender of the race, right? Yeah, but tell me this. Tell me the next time you're in a fucking line at Walmart, okay, and you got some fucking single mother with like 4 fucking kids, and their kids are running around, being disrespectful, running into your legs, fucking taking shit off shelves, and the mom has like her hands full with like, you know, one baby in the stroller, one in her arms, and 2 little fucking shits running around, fucking taking everything off the fucking shelves and destroying everything, and all they can do is just fucking scream at the top of their lungs at them, which never fucking works with the fucking kid anyways. And they don't give a fuck about you or your comfort or anything, and they just get a big fucking pussy pass because they popped out all these fucking kids like it's some fucking sacred thing, like they deserve some kind of special fucking treatment and shit. You know, fuck that. That's one of those people that you need to put in their fucking place when you see them in society. When you're in that line and their kids are running into you, you need to fucking say something to that woman. You need to say something to those fucking people. Yeah, you need to start confrontations. You need to start changing the way people fucking behave in this shit society, this fucking Sodom and Gomorrah that we fucking live in now. You know, and it all comes down to people just being fucking lazy cucks. And yeah, the government's responsible for it. The government created all this fuckery. But in your life, you can make changes in the people around you. If you scold one of these fucking idiots hard enough, it will affect their life, and they will think about it. They will talk to their friends about it. You know. Angel Riven 444 says Sandman. Yeah. Yeah, and then also, okay, check this out. Now, I'm not just trying to trash women, guys, okay? But the thing is that next time you're in traffic and someone's not following the rules and they're fucking everybody's day up, look who that driver is. 99% of the fucking time, it's going to be a dumbass female, and she's going to be on her phone texting or doing something stupid that she wasn't supposed to be fucking doing. 99% of the fucking time. Okay, it really is. The pussy pass is the greatest advantage that the parasites of our society have. And people just basically submit to it without reason, without logic, without consciousness. They just fucking submit to it. Sorry to say, guys, that's not the way. It's not the way life's supposed to fucking be. And you guys need to tell people. You need to make a concerted effort in your day-to-day life to put an end to this kind of fucking behavior. You need to let people know that they're fucking idiots. You need to let these women know that they're punks, and they need to fucking tighten the fuck up, because we're not taking this shit seriously anymore. Okay, the decadence, the fucking arrogance that you see on the face of some of these women out here. Okay, they need to be shut the fuck down. You need to not pay attention to them in society. You need to treat them like they're just another fucking person. You need to fucking open every fucking door for them. You need to do all this crap. Okay, at this point, that chivalry is gone. That shit's dead. If they want to live with all this equality and equal pay and equal this and fucking hashtag me too, hashtag pound me too and shit, and fucking all this crap, well then, let them just walk the walk, not just talk the talk. See how long this lasts. You know what I'm saying? There needs to be a big cultural shift in our society. I know it's fucked because we're never going to be able to go back to authentic traditionalism because of, the Satanists and the Jews that run Hollywood that put all these fucked ideas in everybody's head about, equality, all this shit that's not true. Honestly, it's just not true. And it creates the society that we live in now, Now, it looks like the chat here has gone on and starting to talk about war now. Tom Fuller asks if war is real. Jed says war is real. Dan W. says that all the wars that are over in the Middle East are done for the sake of Israel, which is true. And I don't even know if there's so much wars as there are just conquering fucking invasions, because if there are wars nowadays, pretty much they're lopsided as fuck. They're one-sided as fuck. Okay, it's like usually a crushing defeat over somebody. There's never any like wars that rage on forever and ever, And if they do, that's a fucking hoax. Toxic Lucidity says, in essence, we're all Satanists. That's a tough. No, I don't know what the right word is here. Well, that's just wrong. We suffer under a satanic system. That's for damn sure. We all struggle. We all struggle to do the right thing and to not have materialistic fucking addictions and shit like that. Needs for validation from materialistic things such as women and their whims, or other things that validate us and shit. We all struggle with that, but we got to ask God, the Creator, for forgiveness for those shortcomings, for that falling short that we all do on an almost daily basis. Horrifically, yeah. But that doesn't mean that we're Satanists, unless you're out there proselytizing that Satan is some kind of good thing that's going to do good things for you, which I seriously doubt that you are. Toxic Lucidity. I'm not saying that that's what your deal is, obviously, but yeah. I mean, that doesn't mean we're all Satanists. It is innate. Everyone has it to some degree. I guess the carnal flesh and the fact that you need to survive and that you don't want to feel pain, so you look for pleasure and shit. Yeah, it's a struggle, man. It's a struggle, man. But you have to understand what the struggle is. You have to understand that it's a struggle that's worth struggling with. It's a fight that's worth fighting. You can't just give up, tap out, and go all in and say, oh, yeah, I'm going to fucking submerge myself in the materialistic world. You can't do that. Then you are giving up. Then you are being a fucking Satanist and shit. Plutonic. VB, can I join the call? I don't know who you are. Andrew Evans says, we all have to strive for women. So yeah, it's satanic. See, we don't have to strive for them. It's our animalistic nature. We cannot reason with it. It's true. Men have a sex drive, but that doesn't mean that you need to be controlled by your sex drive. It doesn't mean that you need to let your sex drive leave you open so that some woman can manipulate you into being her fucking servant, her cuck, her chump. That's the thing. You got to know when you got to have control over yourself. You can only change yourself. You can't change other people that much. You can only change yourself, your reaction to what's presented to you. So, if you're a pickup artist, or if you're a man out there who's so desperate for the validation of your family and women, it all comes down to the validation from mommy. It really does. The reason men have families and all that shit, it's all just to please their mommy. And, I saw a great video by Hugh Man, and he was talking about the fact that when you're a little baby, okay, especially male baby, you get all this attention, you're suckling at the fucking teat and all that. And then all of a sudden one day, you just get brutally cut off. You get brutally cut off and you don't understand, and then your little sister or whatever, they still get all the attention and everything and all the love, and they get to touch mom and all that stuff. But mom cuts you off, no more breastfeeding and all that stuff. And you're confused. as a little toddler boy or whatever, however old you're supposed to be. I don't know. And you get cut off and you're confused, and then the whole rest of your life that's used against you. That is used against you. It's part of the gynocracy, that trick that they do. Okay? Because then from then on, in the rest of your life, all you're doing is seeking validation from women. And it doesn't matter who that woman is. It's really all just your mom that you're seeking validation from in the back of your mind when you're a man. And that weapon gets used against you. So then you go out and you have kids, you do all this shit, you get a good job, you do all this stuff. It's also that you can have money so that you can worship at the altar of the GPV. All of it, your whole fucking life. That's all your fucking life ended up being because your mom cut you off that teat, when you were a baby. Jed says, we are all animals. It's achieving what the animals can't that makes you a man. That's true. That's true. Plutonic says, I was on Issa's show like 2 days ago for 5 hours. I'm synonym. Okay. Well, then you got two names there. What do you guys think? Do you think I should let Plutonic on this call, guys? What if he tries to snipe me? What if my channel goes down? What would you want to talk about, Plutonic? What would you want to talk about, bro? Let me make some coffee real quick. Well, see, I don't even know if I'm going to let you in here. I'm not sure what I'm talking about right now. Okay. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know if I need a guess right now, especially one that I don't know. Might be dangerous. OJ says, let him in, VB. Someone vouch for me. Jed says, set your hangout to just audio in the settings. I doubt Plutonic's going to want to show his face. And then Jed says, so he can't porn bomb you. See? I don't know. I can't do it. I can't do it, Plutonic. Synonym. I can't do it, brother. Tyler Durden is enough validation. Oh, man. I don't know. I think I might even end the show. Jed says 2. Yeah, I don't know if I need a guest. I might just end the show right here, I mean, we've talked about a couple things, Tried to get Ed in here. He's busy. Tried to get Tom Fuller in here. He's too nervous. Plutonic says, can I talk to you after the show offline, maybe? YouTube reality show. Says Shills, yeah. Hey, Brian, fuck you. Eat a big fucking steaming pile of shit. How do you like that? Fucking pussy. Fucking fakes being disabled to get money from the fucking Canadian government so he can run around doing nothing all day, smoking weed in front of his fucking kids and shit. What a cuck. What a disgusting disgrace of a man you are. Fucking pathetic retard, dude. Everybody out here fucking despises you, Brian. You're a fucking laughingstock, bro. You're disgusting. Everybody fucking your name is a joke, dude. Your name is a joke. Like when they say Brian, people LOLs, Brian and shit. Just letting you know, bro. Little fake ass pussy boy. You can't even fucking earn for your fucking family and shit. There we go, job done. Despise away. You're a fucking demon. You're a false Christian. Bye. Yeah. Go rot in hell, you fucking demonic Satanist, lying deceiver, fucking doing drugs in front of your fucking kids on YouTube and shit. You're fucking pathetic, dude. Yeah. You ain't a man. Yep. Everybody knows it, Brian. You're disgusting, bro. You're just fucking disgrace, bro. And brush your fucking 2 teeth that you have left too, you fucking scumbag. Take a fucking shower, you scumbag. Piece of shit. Everybody's onto you, Brian. You're a fake ass, bro. You don't believe in Jesus Christ. You're a fucking liar, dude. Anyways, yeah. That's how we roll in validation, man. Dead feet, deadbeat dad. Yeah, he's got dead feet, but he had no problem walking around the Flat Earth conference or whatever the fucking meetup for hours the other day, right? That's what people are saying. Yeah, because he's a fucking liar, dude. And he calls himself a fucking truther. He's like the biggest fucking liar out there and shit. He has no honor. He's no man and shit. Disgusting fiend, says Jed. Yeah, everybody knows it. He's a fucking crack fiend. Go brush your tooth, bro. All right. I hope you guys got a little kick out of that. Roast that fucking loser, that fucking satanic loser who calls himself a fucking truther and shit. Rolling with the fucking wrong people. You know, I came into his show a long time ago. I discovered his show. And I was like, oh, cool. Giving him some props. I fucking come out with my IPS country song. He fucking loves it, promotes it, fucking mirrors it and all that shit. Talks about it. And then one day, I don't know what it was, he just fucking decided he was going to turn on me for God only knows what reason. This demented, satanic, demon-infested fucking mind, you know? Thanks, Lori. She said, love it, VB. Thanks, Lori. It's true. The message needs to be put out. The guy's a fucking joke. And I hate to trash someone that hard, you know? But you can see through it. You can see he makes videos where he just like makes shit up. And he's just completely fucking delusional in his mind. He's worse than Glenn. He's worse than Glenn used to be. You know? But there he is. Lori Gill, he turned on everyone. Yeah, I know. I mean, it can be argued that VB turned on everybody at some point, but at least I had like reasons. The reasons might not have always been 100% accurate. I might have been wrong, but at least like, you know, at least I would admit that when I'm wrong, you know, usually, you know, I don't know. It's a struggle though, guys. It's a struggle. I know I'm a fucking prick. I know that I'm not very popular, despite the fact that my sub count keeps growing. I don't know how the fuck that's happening. OG McBaggins says, damn, VB and Rock Lover got common ground. Me, I got common ground with so many people, though, you know? Toxic Lucidity says, where is IPS? I mean, who fucking cares? The guy got relegated to fucking to nothingness. He got exposed, you know, by Flat Earth Reset, and he got exposed for being involved with Mad Mike. Mad Mike fucking disowned him and shit. Everybody knows he's a fucking charlatan that was pushing anti-Scientology shit for a while, which good for him for that. But at the same time, he was just, did he really mean it? You know, did IPS really fucking mean it when he was saying that stuff? I mean, we don't really know. He seems to like to make money off the whole thing, you know. Lori Gale says Brian is obsessed with people. Yeah. See, Brian came up in here and first thing he says, shills. Yeah, fuck you, bro. You know, fuck you. Eat it, bro. Go eat it. It's a struggle, guys. But, you know, tonight, I'm going to watch that fucking documentary in full, okay? And tomorrow, what I'm going to do on my Validation Boy live stream, April 2nd, which is going to be tomorrow, I'm going to get on here and I'm going to fucking try to dissect everything I found wrong with that documentary. And my woman tonight, my gorgeous goddess of a woman, she is going to help me break this shit down, okay? My precious angel, so brilliant she is. And we're going to break it down together, and I'm going to present everything that I can find wrong with that fucking documentary. Because like it's been said before, you know, like there's a whole lot of talk from the Tim and Jed and John LeBon camp and all these guys. Well, they're not a camp, but those camps, you know, about the very true fact that a lot of people just take shit on blind faith or whatever, or not even on blind faith, just on bias, confirmation bias. And they don't bother to debunk anything. They're not really looking for any kind of real truth. Well, I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to look through this documentary and find real truth. Okay. Slice Barcane already made a couple good points on his video that I was already thinking on my preliminary skip through of the documentary. So I'm just going to elaborate on a couple of those things, you know, inadvertently, I'm sure, because I don't even know if I'm going to rewatch Slice Barcane's shit, but I might. But inadvertently, I'm surely going to fucking end up talking about some of the same things he did in his little 12-minute video about the massive glaring holes in this. And then these things are going to reflect back on all the errors and fuck-ups of the Globebusters too, you know, because fuck those guys, bro. Fuck those Globebusters, man. Those guys are ass wipes, dude. I don't see how the fuck they have any fans left anymore. Their whole Effie Core shit and the cringy ass fucking people they hang around and shit. Oh, God, man. Gross, man. Oh yeah, then there's the whole thing about mountains used to be fucking titans. Mountains used to actually be entities, because you can see faces on them sometimes. Dan W says, dissect this documentary. Yeah, I will. Someone researched the background of one of the Brazilian guys. Sounded sketchy, says Dan W. I'm not even going to go that far. I'm just going to look at the documentary itself, and I'm going to find holes in what they're presenting. I'm going to find holes in what they're presenting because fuck it. I mean, I'm flat earth for life. I'm flat earth dogmatist. I'm flat earth on faith. Faith is next level belief. I'm a flat earth conservative, even more so. So I don't want people running around fucking spreading, fucking quote unquote fucking science to validate their confirmation bias for their scientific need to validate the flat earth. Because why do I need big science and the government and society to fucking validate my fucking faith? I don't. Okay. So I will shred into these fucking fuck faces. Tom Fuller, what are you talking about, VB? I'm talking about the documentary, the Convex Earth documentary. I'm going to shred into it. I don't need people out there putting forth science and equating themselves to someone like me, who's a real flat earther. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of the only few authentic flat earthers that exist in this fucking world. And it's because of the way I do it. It's because I am a flat earth dogmatist and a flat earth conservative. That's what makes me a real flat earther. Not D Marble, not Jaren, not Jake the asshole, not fucking down the fucking list, these fucking people. You know what I'm saying? They're not authentic flat earthers. Some concave documentary that took 7 years to make, says Jed. Yeah. Toxic lucidity, flat earth on faith. Oh, yeah. 100% on faith. Very much on faith. Because we can't. Delinquency weird and Brian got the bum rush. Because of the fucking fact that we cannot prove the earth to be a sphere or flat. We can't prove it. But we can definitely discredit a whole lot of the arguments used to prove the so-called globe. As far as I'm concerned, I know Jed doesn't agree with that. Jed still wants to use those intangible, alleged celestial objects in the sky. But that's one of those things that needs to be brought in, Plutonic says it's not faith, it's intuition. Well, I don't know. I think it's faith because faith is next level belief. Yeah, I do believe the earth is flat, but I have to have faith in it. It really is a blind faith. You know what I'm saying? It's not blind faith, but it's partially blind faith. It's partially blind faith because none of us have ever gone high enough to know. Nobody, not NASA, not no fucking Globebusters, nobody, not no Mad Mike fucking Hughes, nobody has gone high enough to really fucking know. So all this back and forth that we've been in for like 3.5 years, I guess, for some of us, like Timmy says, and like some of us even longer, because I've been proselytizing flat earth on the internet, not on YouTube, since at least 2012, probably since 2011. Which is just so far back, I can't look at that website and they won't let me have access to 2011 because that was 7 fucking years ago. But that's when I started posting shit about this. I know I can find a couple from 2012. Doesn't matter. Okay. Toxic lucidity. I get it, VB. We know it's not a ball. We do know what its true shape is. All right. Jet Skeptic. Brian had video recommendations of little Russian female children gymnasts on his stream when he was screen sharing one of his vids. That just shows what he had been watching. And clicking on. Maybe not necessarily searching for, but if he clicked on one of them, it's going to recommend it all through the side. Now, he could have been watching that to show his daughter, oh, look, this is something fun you could get involved in, see if she liked it. But doubtful. The guy is cringy and creepy as fuck with his 2 teeth. All right. Dan W. says, maybe more of the scientific community will look at this issue of flatness after this documentary if it's found to be legit. Could be a good thing, more people potentially looking at flat earth. Yeah, I see that too. But then again, what if it's full of just crap and it's all debunkable? Is that good for flat earth? And see, I'm a flat earth conservative. Should we even be proselytizing flat earth as much as we do? Should we? We have questions, says, it looks fake as fuck and the narrator is too excited to be true in that doc. I know. It is kind of weird. Jed Skeptic says video recommendations tell a lot about people. Tinfoil Hatters joined us, says, April Fools, you still think it's a planet? Plutonic with a great point says, my logic is that the truth is most likely the exact opposite of what this satanic communist government indoctrinates us with. Yeah, amen to that. 100% agreements with you there. Delinquency Weird Again says, Convex Earth documentary punked flat Earth believers. It's a litmus test for the gullible flat Earth tards. I don't know. I know that's the hardline globe believers stance on it. I just don't know. That's why I'm going to watch this documentary. I'm going to find holes in it. There's nothing else to do in flat Earth. I mean, this is what we've been given, I guess. Because how much new stuff can be produced in flat Earth? Not really much. The only thing we can do now is talk about it. I try to add into the flat Earth talk by being who I am. Talking about things, talking about personalities of people a little bit. Talking about where people go wrong, talking about people's vanity, talking about the bigger picture creation, talk about the bigger picture, the gynocracy, bigger things, It's tough, man, but this is what I've been given to work with right now. I know I should always strive to create brand new content, but I've created a lot of brand new original content over the years, guys. I have, and it's not like it's easy to keep getting out here and providing content and keep people interested in when there's not much left to say. Once you realize, God, this whole world is like one big hoax. It's all one big satanic hoax, and this has got to just be a test from God, our Creator, to see if we can endure this shit, this fucked existence that we have to suffer through, with all the compounded problems that we have to face, all these things that crush us, keep us down, and destroy us and shit, man. And y'all know it's true. And I hear Timmy talking about sometimes, oh, everybody wants to play the victim card and victimize themselves and say they're so downtrodden. It's fucking true, bro. It's fucking true, because look at what we have to deal with just from each other. Look at the women I was talking about in traffic. Look at the women I was talking about with their kids in lines and shit. The fucking double standards. The fact that men are expected to just sacrifice themselves. Men are just fucking expendable. And that GPV is so fucking holy and so fucking sacred and shit. I mean, think about that. That's like a big thing that really, really keeps us down as a society, because it ends up hurting the women too. Because then the women are sitting there fucking parasiting and being valueless. When if they were a real woman and they really womaned up and kept that child and kept that man in their fucking life and created that family, they would have something to live for. They would be responsible and accountable for at least fucking something in their parasitic fucking useless fucking lives. But no, they're not. And they want it to be this way. And men just have to suffer. And so everybody fucking suffers and shit. Jet Skeptic says, what do you think, Lori? OJ McBaggins, VB speaking true. Thanks, man. I mean, I'm just trying, man. Jet Skeptic says, is Oprah Winfrey going to be the next U.S. president, VB? I mean, there's a fucking chance, man. There's a fucking chance. How disgusting would that be, though? It would all be symbolic, though. It would all just be symbolic, because we've already had this symbolic token black guy president now, which was just a fucking token gesture. Okay. And then we had, and we thought Hillary was going to win, but no. And then we had Donald Trump get in, and now Donald Trump is symbolic. He's supposed to be the big conservative, and he's supposed to be the scary racist white man, and all that shit. And all he's being painted as is the evil patriarchal white man that's going to keep all the females and all the people of color down in this world. He's just going to keep them down. Look how evil white men are. That's the whole point of Donald Trump being the president, is so that the greater fucking fascist collective can say, look how evil white men are. Because white man is the new nigger of the world. Sorry, guys. It's true. Okay. It used to, Yoko Ono used to say, woman is the nigger of the world. Well, no, white man is the nigger of the world. Okay. Especially in the West now. Trust me. We have the most expectations and we get nothing. We get nothing unless we're little cuck boys like Brian and we fake injuries and parasite off the system like a fucking woman. Okay. Like a narcissistic feminist. Not even like a woman, like a narcissistic feminist. And you know what? Plenty of men can be narcissistic feminists or narcissistic female mindseted little cunts too. And most men in the West actually are that. So that's what we're fucking left with, guys. Lanny from Canada says, I still do good as a white man. Yeah, you're fortunate. You're fortunate that there's some people out there that still buy into the notion that, hey, white men are quite a precious fucking natural resource in this world because they seem to create things like civilizations, cities, automobiles, you name it down the fucking list. But no, we get shit on nowadays. And that's just the government destroying everything. We get shit on. We have the most fucking expectations. And I don't know, Lanny, if you're getting a lot of dole money or not. See, I don't know. I don't know if you're an entrepreneur and you get your own business. Jed Skeptic says, I'm a Eurasian, so I'm technically not white. Jed, you're the whitest motherfucking white boy of all times, motherfucker. With your Scottish fucking ass, bro. And there's not a damn thing to be ashamed about that, Jed. Not a damn thing, brother. And I know you already know that. So it's all good. Lobe Busters is going over the documentary. Fuck them. I don't give a shit about them. I'm not subscribed to them. Haven't been subscribed to them in fucking years now. I don't give a fuck what they say about anything. They're all just fucking charlatans making money off the fucking flat earth. Just like Timmy and Soundly were saying, it's fucking true. I hate to admit it, but it's fucking true. They just make money off this shit, Tom Fuller says he hasn't listened to Jeranism's voice in a long time. It's so annoying. I know, it's fucking so Mr. fucking Rogers neighborhood and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a peaceful guy. It's like I can't tell who's worse, Jeranism or fucking Flat Earth Paradise. Which one's worse, guys? Oh, God, let's take a vote. If you think Jeranism is worse, put a 1. If you think Flat Earth Paradise is worse, put a 2. I'm curious. That Flat Earth Paradise guy is a fucking... Oh, that's got to be the most cringiest little cuck boy I've ever fucking seen on YouTube and shit. God, man, that guy's fucking gross, dude, with his little fucking beanies and shit. Oh, man, take a fucking shower, you nasty, nasty bum. And he hooks up with these nasty fucking bitches, man. Oh, God. You see him rolling with fucking Muff Queef. You see him rolling with this fucking gross-ass bald bitch he had up in his shit. Bitch looks like she hadn't fucking cleaned her fucking face in like a month, like she'd been living in alleys and shit. You know what I'm saying? She's all up in the background of his shit. I mean, was he just got all these nasty bitches all the time? Oh, you're a real fucking man's man there, Flat Earth Paradise. You're fucking getting one over on these bitches and getting all this pussy. Well, you're getting a bunch of stank dirt fucking pussy that's nasty as fuck, dude. And you're not a fucking player. You're just a little fucking effeminate little fucking cretin and shit. Whatever happened to the snore guy? Did he get replaced? I don't even know. Lori Gale says, nailing it all, VB. Tom Foolery says that Jaren, he puts a 1. So I guess he thinks Jaren is worse than Flat Earth Paradise. You must not have seen some Flat Earth Paradise then, bro. Oh, God. His daughter is named Aurora. Oh, God. I'm going to name my daughter fucking Phoenix and Aurora and fucking Dakota and shit. Oh, God. Dakota. That's got to be the worst fucking name of all times, man. Dakota and shit. People naming their white-ass kids after fucking Native American Indian tribes and shit. Dakota. Get the fuck. Got the fuck. You know what I'm saying? What a fucking disrespect and shit. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Aurora and shit. Phoenix and shit. What are some of that Blue Ivy? Give me a fucking break, dude. You know what I'm saying? I'll check it out and revote, Yeah, you should. Go check out Flat Earth Paradise. On Flat Earth Paradise, I speak this contrived voice at all times. We take pictures of every flower, and we notice that all life spurns forth from the center of the vaginal center of rebirth in Mother Nature and God's creation. God is Gaia. Gaia is our mother and our father at the same time, just like the Baphomet. I mean, basically is what this fucking retard fucking runs around and says. It's fucking disgusting, man. I missed Brian. He kicked me out earlier. Plutonic says, VB, I sent you a message on YouTube. Please respond. Okay, I'll check it out after this show. I'll read that message on the YouTube. You sent it to my private YouTube inbox, I guess, I'm assuming. Yeah, if maybe we should have a chat offline. And if I deem that you will be a good guest, which is very highly likely that you will be. Very highly good chances. Good chances, highly likely that you will be deemed worthy of being a guest on my show. I mean, I've dug at the bottom of the barrel before. I have, okay? And you seem like you have your shit together. You're saying some really cool stuff. I always wondered who Synonym was. Synonym always had some good comments on my live stream. So chances are very high that you might even be a guest tomorrow night. Maybe even. Toxic lucidity. Validation boy, have you ever taken an entheogenic substance and had a transcendent experience in your entire life? Does LSD count? Does LSD count? Because I have done that. Tomfoolery says, LOL, on the subject of Flat Earth Paradise. LOL, discounting what he talks about. He's got a calming voice. He could be doing sleep meditation. Still going with Jaren. Okay, yeah. Okay, I understand. Yeah, Jaren does have this like snarky, pompous arrogance about him that, is not the same kind of pompous arrogance that Flat Earth Paradise has, but, they're both equally fucking disgusting in my eyes and shit. OJ McBaggin said he had to start switching up the names of his channel so I would stop heckling him. Is he talking about Brian or is he talking about Synonym? All right. Should we be celebrating Easter right now, guys? Should we? Is Easter satanic? Is Easter just a pagan holiday for the worship of materialism and fertility? Does Easter have anything at all to do with God sending Jesus Christ in the flesh to pay for our failures and then to ascend back to heaven with the Father, with himself, to prove that he exists and that we need to live more virtuous lives and that we need to accept Jesus Christ as God in the flesh? Does that have anything to do with each other? I don't think it does. In fact, I think Easter is nothing but more gold-plated vagina worship. It's all about them fucking eggs. It's all about that fucking fertility. Everything goes back to that fucking GPV. All right, guys? Satan has nothing to do with pagans, says Jed. Well, technically, all paganism is directly Satanism in my eyes because, there's the creator, there's the true creator and the son that he sent here to do this act to prove to us that the creator is indeed real. And then there's everything else. Every other kind of God, anything else, all has to do with the material world. That's true, Jed. It all goes back to the material world, the maternal, the mother earth, maternal world. So all of that is not God. And yeah, women have their place. I'm not saying that women are these disgusting things that need to be trashed and discredited in society. No, I advocate for a 50-50 return of the 50-50 symbiosis. But the way things are so fucked right now, it's going to take total Armageddon, total fucking apocalypse, total worldwide fucking destruction and restarting from the ground up and being realistic about life. Having the men be the hunters, having the women be the gatherers, raising those children together. And it's just not going to happen anymore, guys. It's not going to happen anymore. And especially now with all the technology and the houses and the cars and all the bullshit, and then all the other younger women that are out there trying to seduce the older men that do have the families and shit because they need to get theirs too. It's all just fucked, man. It's all fucked. Plutonic, The Matrix, yeah, and fucking Muff Queef calls it the Patrix, all lazily. She's all lazily calling it the Patrix, just blaming men. Just, you men keep us down. Even though the whole thing is that they get to sit there and watch Oprah and eat fucking ho-hos all day, herself included. Toxic Lucidity says, validation boy, there is more evidence of the earth as a globe than of Jesus Christ. Well, I would debate that. Okay, the earth, we don't have any full images of the earth. And then, okay, so we don't know it's a globe. And then you want to use things like the sky. Those are the only things left that the globe earthers can argue with is objects that are in the sky. Now, we don't know if those objects are actually physical objects because guess what? Nobody's ever touched them. No one's ever going to touch them. So as far as I'm concerned, all alleged celestial objects are intangible. So there's all your globe proof done right there. And then you got Jesus and the creator. Okay. It might be hard to prove the physical existence of Jesus. A lot of people struggle with that. Okay. That is faith-based. But the creator, that's an undeniable truth. You wouldn't be writing these letters and words into this text if it wasn't for the fact that God created this material world. Okay? The creator created this physical plane of existence. There's non-existence and there's physical existence. For there to be physical existence, it had to be created. Okay? So the creator and the proof of the creator is automatic, infinite, undeniable, untouchable reality. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here listening to me if there wasn't God. End of story. But great comment, though, either way. Jet skeptic. Satan is a Christian concept. Maybe. Comes from the Bible. Okay, Plutonic. Women make up 80% of purchases in the economy. Fact. Exactly. And that's why all cars that come out nowadays are feminine looking. I'm in the market for a brand new car. I've saved up. I got my shit together. My credit score is off the charts. I'm definitely upper echelon credit because I'm responsible, because I know what it takes in life to get shit done. And I'm in the market for a new car. And it turns out that all the fucking cars that are out there are either way too expensive, which is stupid. Cars shouldn't cost nearly as fucking much as they do. Or if you want to get a brand new car that's affordable, it's going to look girly. And it's such a shame, because I'm an honest working man. I don't want an effeminate looking bubble car. Okay. I want a real fucking car so I can continue to do my work. And, it looks like I'm fucked. It looks like I'm going to have to buy a fucking girly shaped car, but that's just the way life goes. At least I can get it in black, maybe dark blue, maybe one of these dark grays, But yeah. And so women make up 80% of the fucking purchases, which is why there's so much fucking debt, which is why everything is geared toward female hypergamy and female privilege and females being placed at the top of the altar of the GPV. It's all about that. But whose money are they spending? Whose money are they spending is the real question. See, Lori Gale is fucking tough. She says, I don't want a bubble. I have a Jeep. Lori, you're the exception, okay? You're the exception on a lot of these things that I say. And I know a lot of the women out here, they get pissed. Tom Foley says, VB, you need a Westie. Things are taking off in value. What is a Westie? I got to look that up. Well, I don't know if they sell those down here in Florida. They might. I don't know. But yeah, those are the struggles that we face. I think I've said quite a bit today. I think I should save a little bit of whatever I have left for tomorrow. Jed says his workmate's selling his Mercedes 4x4 for 700 pounds. I don't know the value. I don't know if that's going to be a good car if he's selling for 700 pounds. I heard a Mitsubishi ad and they said they can get a brand new Mitsubishi for $8,900, but it's a fucking Mitsubishi. Oh man, do I want a Mitsubishi? I know Japanese cars are good. German cars are the best. Japanese are second best. Americans are like 29th best. Like Ford found on the road dead and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that. But I don't know. Maybe if I get a brand new Ford and it has like 100,000 mile warranty, I don't know. Maybe I'll get a Kia. I don't know. First world problems, right, guys? First world fucking problems. Doesn't matter. Either way, when I buy the fucking car, I'm going to be a fucking slave, debt fucking slave to it. Excuse me. I'm going to be a fucking debt slave to it for how many fucking years anyways. And there's no way around this shit. They got it fucking rigged. We're fucked, guys. We're just fucked. All right, guys. I love you guys for listening. Thanks for fucking hanging out. I'm going to read that message from you, Platonic. Angel Raven says, don't buy an American-made car on Monday or on Friday, really, because on Monday, nobody gives a shit. They're all hungover. And on Friday, everybody wants to get out for the fucking weekend. But how can you know if your car was built on a Tuesday and Wednesday or Thursday? I know it's able to be researched. Is it worth all the research? Or the dealership going to look at you like you're a fucktard when you're sitting there examining VIN numbers and shit in your research database? I mean, maybe it's worth it. Maybe the purchase is worth it. But then they're just going to hit you with other coverage fees. They're going to find ways to fuck you, if you're being that fucking wise with your decisions. Sometimes you just got to go with the flow when it comes to dealerships. You got to convince them that you're in the position of power. You're the one buying the shit that they need to fucking sell. They need to fucking sell it. You don't need to buy it. That's the fucking bottom line. And that's the same way you should treat women too. You know what I'm saying? They need to get their baby on. They need you to fucking pay for their lives. Do you need that? Do you need that from them? Do you need a parasite in your life? Consider these things, guys, before you go and making any fucking huge jumps in the wrong fucking direction, off cliffs and shit. All right, guys. I love you guys for listening, man. Thank you guys so much for fucking checking out my live stream today. I'm just chilling, just fucking chilling. I will be back tomorrow night, and it will be a breakdown of the fucking Concave Earth fucking documentary, okay? This has been Validation Boy live stream, April 1st, April fucking Fool's Day, fucking Easter, the worship of the GPV day, okay? Validation Boy fucking live stream.